My presentation aims to convince you of the need for nuclear power plants. I'm going to start my presentation with a simple demonstration. This video is a simple model of how nuclear energy works. In this video, mousetraps are uranium molecules, the ping pong balls are neutrons crashing into them. One ping pong ball has the ability to produce great amounts of power. In today's dependent world, nuclear power can deliver energy that is green, safe, and reliable. In nuclear energy, uranium atoms are split in a process called fission. A free neutron is used to split a uranium molecule into two molecules and three more free neutrons. These neutrons smash into other uranium molecules, and the size of the reaction increases, as is shown in this picture. High amounts of heat are produced with each reaction. In a nuclear power plant, this controlled explosion happens in the reactor. The heat is transferred to the first of three water loops shown in green in this diagram. The water is pressurized, so it can't turn into steam. It then comes in contact with the second water loop, which takes the heat from the first water loop and turns it into steam. This steam turns a turbine and then is turned into electricity by a generator. The third water loop brings cool water from the cooling towers to condense the steam back into water, and the process repeats. One reason I think nuclear energy is a good option for this country is because it is green. Being green means that it does not add as many harmful gases into the atmosphere as other energy-producing methods. Even though nuclear energy only provides 20% of our nation's electricity, it provides 70% of our carbon-free, pollution-free electricity. For every kilowatt of nuclear energy produced, 90 through 140 grams of carbon dioxide are released. In contrast, for the same kilowatt of energy from fossil fuel, 1,000 to 1,100 grams of carbon dioxide is produced. The physical footprint of nuclear power is also much smaller with the other energy producers that are also thought to be green. Nuclear energy provides energy for 2 million homes, would occupy 200 acres of land. The same amount of wind or solar energy requires tens of thousands of acres of land to produce. This land is important to vegetation and wildlife, also part of any environmentally minded plan. A second reason nuclear energy is a smart way to power America's future is because it is safe. No member of the American public has ever been killed in a nuclear-related accident at a commercial nuclear power plant. However, since 2003, over 500 workers have been killed in gas and oil extraction, and 162 have been killed in coal mining. In addition to this, many workers in the coal industries are disabled with many respiratory diseases. There are many new ways being developed to deal with leftover radioactive fuel with modern techniques. Spent nuclear fuel is safely removed and reprocessed to yield new reactor fuel, reducing the amount of waste needing disposal. If you use nuclear power for your entire lifetime needs, the waste produced would only be enough to fill one Coke can per person. My final argument for nuclear power is that it is reliable. The national average generating capacity factor for nuclear energy is 89%. This number is the total amount of energy a plant produces during a period of time divided by the energy it could produce if it had been operated at full capacity 24/7. In contrast to this, the next most efficient capacity factor is for coal plants at 64%, hydroelectric averages at about 40%, and wind/solar plants operate at about 34% capacity factor. The low-enriched form of uranium used to power nuclear plants are as abundant as tin, relatively inexpensive, and occur abundantly in North America. Also, nuclear power plants are not subject to climate conditions like sunshine or wind to produce power. There are reasons why nuclear power is considered a risky power source. First of all, building a nuclear power plant takes a minimum of 6 years and is very costly. While nuclear power itself is not very expensive to produce, the steel and other supplies to build the structure is. Some experts feel that all this money should be spent on green energy sources that can be producing energy without emissions in a much quicker time frame. Also, even though there has not been an accident in America that has caused loss of life, there are costly incidents that occur each year that result in $333 million of property damage worldwide each year. Lastly, another criticism is that even though nuclear accidents are very low probability, they are very high consequence, potentially catastrophic. I feel adequate safe measures are in place to meet these concerns going forward. I hope I have persuaded you to see the positive contributions that nuclear energy gives us. Nuclear energy produces no dangerous emissions. Nuclear energy has multiple built-in safety systems that ensure safe operation. Nuclear energy is reliable because it is as close to constant as energy production gets. An investment in nuclear energy is a good choice.